Missouri Western baseball made magic in 2013. The greatest season in school history that saw the Griffons break 16 school records and capture their first ever MIAA championship. Now, the 2013 MIAA champions are almost an entirely different team in 2014. Are you ready for this? The season begins this Saturday in Arkansas at Harding University. Joining us now is the same old baseball head coach,
flesh.
The reigning
Puff,
2013 MIAA Baseball Coach of the Year, Buzz Verduzco. Welcome to your GSI debut for 2014. Aren't you excited?
Excited.
More excited.
It's 4 below outside, and we're talking baseball.
You know, this is going to be a special time for us because, like you mentioned, we are going to be a completely new team, and it's an opportunity for us to try to get the program continuing to move forward. You know, special year last year, and we have enough returners who can show our new guys enough about what it's about, and so I think come opening day this weekend we'll be ready.
You have enough returners off a very deep baseball team last year, and I'm going to say it one more time. Last year, team that lost 2 guys to Major League Baseball draft, and Grant Fink and Michael Schultz. Michael Schultz was the Division II National Offensive Player of the Year. Brandon Simmons was the MIAA Conference Pitcher of the Year. You had a couple guys that batted 400. They're all graduated. You have 1 returning starter back.
Don't hurt him that much, Ryan.
I know. I hate to go that.
Don't do that.
That being said, yes. Talk about the mix of what you have coming in with the returners that rode the bench and some of the transfers as well.
Well, we always told our team last year, what as special as last year's team was, what made it even more special was the reserve players and the players who now have waited their turn patiently and are getting their opportunity this season to really show what they can do. And they're all ready. Zach Kroyman, our third baseman, and Dylan Cook, and Davey Chu, who probably can start on any MIAA team, you know, the last 4 years. And so those kids have been very patient and played an unbelievable part, reserve part in our season last season, and they deserve their chance, and they're going to get it.
Well, Ryan mentioned you lose Michael Schultz, and talking about some of the new players on this team, you got a guy in Cody Childs who I think you like at shortstop. Talk about him.
Well, he's probably going to be as good a defensive shortstop, let's start there, as anybody we've had in a long time. And anytime, especially on the left side of the diamond where you don't give up outs and somebody as sure-handed as him can step on the field for you, I mean, it makes a huge, huge difference. And with us being as steady, I think, on the mound as we anticipate being, having somebody at shortstop who can solidify that position and really make a difference in what you do overall defensively is going to be great. And Zach Kroyman, our third baseman, you know, he's an unbelievable fielder himself. So that left side is going to make a huge, huge difference.
You mentioned pitching. You really do feel like that's going to be your best strength this year from top to bottom, right?
You know, it is. It's hard to replace Brandon Simmons. I mean, he's a kid who every year, you know, gives you a chance to win every day. He's going to give you 10 to 12 wins a year, quality outing every time he goes out. But we don't have that single 12-game type winner. But we do have very consistent pitching staff across the board. So we don't drop off a lot. Okay, so we're going to be very, very steady as far as who we bring out of the bullpen. And so we're real happy about that. As you get deeper into the series, we think we'll be able to wear people out a little bit more as far as the mound's concerned.
Well, Buzz, on the road the first couple of weekends, and these are regional games, and a lot of people say, well, early season games, you're just getting back to the swing of things, but you have 4 with Harding, 4 with Arkansas Tech coming up. These are some pretty big games early on, aren't they?
Before you answer that, they play February 1st. February 1st. That's this Saturday. That's ridiculous.
And you know, we had a real short preparation time. I mean, typically we'll be inside for 3.5, 4 weeks before our first outing, and so it's a little shorter. So we had to cram a lot of things in before this coming weekend. But we think we're ready. We're prepared. We've worked hard up until this point. We understand as coaches that it's going to be a completely different look. So we might have to be a little bit more patient. But like you said, Brett, we can't look at it as we're just going out there just to go out and see what we have. We have to win. I mean, it's a situation where those games mean a lot, the regional games, and they play a big part at the end of the season.
40-12 record last year, most wins in school history, first MIAA Baseball Championship in school history. What are the realistic goals and expectations for 2014?
I think with this team, I don't I think with this team, I don't not set a standard that I think they can achieve. And one thing every year, even within the last 2 years with the special team that we've had the last couple of years, we've always set a goal to really compete within the top 4 of the conference. That's always a goal. I think if you do that, because our conference is so tough, you have a chance to continue to move on in regional and postseason, et cetera. So I think if we do a good job of really going after that goal in a realistic fashion, knowing that that's possible, because I think we have the talent to do that, and understand just how tough it is, okay, within our conference, I think it could happen. But it's going to take hard work, dedication. They got to pull together, and us as coaches got to be very patient in what we do.
Buzz, are you ready for Esely's Tantalizing Trio? Are you familiar with that? Well, he doesn't watch the show, so he wouldn't have any idea what this. Should we rename it?
He's been on the show before.
Should we rename it Verduzco's Vignette? Something like that? Should we do that? Well, Buzz, I'm going to ask you 3 questions, and you just give. I can't wait for these. The questions are good. And our soup is roasted red pepper Gouda. Doesn't that make you warm up?
It does. It makes
sounds like Tantalizing Trio sounds like a restaurant menu, so that's the soup today.
I'm going to order
roasted red pepper Gouda. Buzz, and this one ought to be really good. What is the most exciting thing you did in the off season?
You know, probably made a poor effort at renovating my bathroom.
Oh. That's exciting. That is, see, that was unscripted too. Poor effort at renovating.
Did you finish it?
No.
No.
Okay.
That's why it's a poor effort.
Still exciting then. Buzz, Super Bowl Sundays this weekend. You'll be playing. You might get to listen to a little bit of it on the way home. But if you were going to a Super Bowl party and I asked you to bring a dip, what would you bring? You like dips?
9-layer dip.
9 layers. Most layers are 7 layers dips. He puts 9 layers on.
And it's not always the same 9 layers.
Well, that's even better. And finally, and simply, I have to ask you, Super Bowl prediction, who is it? Do you even know who's playing in the Super Bowl?
I do.
Who's playing in
and
the
who
Super
is
Bowl?
playing in the Super Bowl, by the way?
The Denver Broncos, because I love Peyton Manning, and Seattle Seahawks.
Okay, well, who's going to win?
Denver Broncos. They're going to win. Peyton
Denver
Manning.
Broncos going to win.
What's the score going to be?
31-10.
31-10.
Wow.
You're predicting a blowout in the Super Bowl.
Yes, boy.
Okay. I don't care if you're wrong or right. I don't
from the West Coast see that.
I do hope that the Griffons blow out a couple wins this weekend. That would be okay, right?
We saw a lot of 23-2s. I'd take 2-1. I don't care.
You know, I think the 2-1 thing is kind of what's going to be happening a lot probably this year. I think our staff's going to keep us in it. We do have a lot of team speed, so I think that's something that's big for us, and so we're going to try to use that. But we just can't wait. We can't wait to get going.
You can have blowout wins if you steal every base and get everybody on, and then they score.
Yes.
There'll be a lot of sunflower seeds at the park too, by the way. Okay, Buzz.
Buzz Verduzco, we look forward to seeing you home here in about a month or so, but get a good start on the road. That'd be a good start. That'd be great. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be right back.